Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I thought it would be a really great full circle moment. December I find to be the month to really look back on, and I like to tie up any loose ends in the month of December. So in today's video, I want to share with you my 5 most used handbags now that I'm not a crazy bag lady. In today's video, we are talking so much more than just handbags though. I want to not only share with you my most used handbags, but I also want to show you the most used pieces in my wardrobe and talk to you a little bit about my style philosophy and some negative beliefs that I let go of, some limiting beliefs that I let go of that I think really propelled me to feel the level of comfort and the level of acceptance that I feel surrounding my style and my wardrobe. I have sold somewhere between, I don't even know, like the number, I don't know the exact number. Like I was trying to tally it up yesterday and then I was like, oh, but that one, oh, but that one. It's somewhere between 10 to 15 handbags within the last year. Countless shoes. Don't even ask me to try to think how many shoes I've sold. I lost count. Countless pieces of clothing. I donated probably close to 50 pieces of clothing and accessories. I've done a lot of purging this year. I now recognize that when I made my announcement video, if you don't know which one I'm referring to, I'll have it linked up above, I never really updated you on anything. And I now, like I said, December being the month of reflection, recognize that that may have been confusing for some of you or may have caused curiosity within some of you. I've had countless comments, countless questions, countless DMs since March regarding like, you know, what my collection looks like now, if I'd be willing to share my collection. And truthfully, I mean, if you haven't seen that video, I will have it linked up above. I highly encourage you to check it out. I'm sure a lot of you know, like I don't make content like this very often anymore, if at all. But I recognize that I kind of just left you without any update other than the updates that I felt mentally, emotionally, and spiritually. Like I never really updated you on the physical element of the situation, which is what I wanted to do with you today. I'm going to get started with the handbags that I wore most in 2023 for more of the cooler months. And those are my Kate tote and my YSL crossbody bag. This portion of the video is so kindly sponsored by Lily Silk. And if you were here last year, like actually crazy, this time last year when I shared my Scotland European vacation lookbook, the outfits that I was going to be wearing and taking with me on my 4.5-week Christmas New Year trip around Scotland and Italy.
It's good, huh?
It is.
Yeah.
Why did everyone say I wouldn't like it?
I don't know.
What is it exactly? Do I want to know what it is or not really?
It's like, it's meat and spices and stuff mixed together.
What kind of meat?
And then fried.
What kind of meat?
Oh, it's like, it's all grinded down, like, but
what kind of meat?
It's not as bad as a hot dog, put it that way.
What kind of meat?
Well, it's like bits of like sheep lungs and stuff like that. And, yeah. I don't know exactly, but
maybe it's best not to know. Although I'm working with Lily Silk today, I spend my own money on these products. I think that haul that I did last year with Lily Silk was like over $1,000. And this, I think, started the mindset shift this time last year when I was thinking about what pieces that I could take with me to Scotland and to Italy to experience the winter, you know, 4.5 weeks away. I really started to recognize, I don't know if unwearability is the right word, but the lack of versatility that the pieces that I held in my collection in regards to like sweaters, like more wintry stuff. I had countless, you know, expensive designer sweaters that were not versatile, were not something that I could take with me in a suitcase and travel around with for 4 weeks. They weren't wearable enough. They didn't mix and match well enough with enough outfits. They weren't comfortable enough. They weren't easy, versatile, mix and match style outfits. We're gonna show you some of the overlay actually of the outfits and kind of like the capsule wardrobe that I created for my holiday, because these outfits I wore as well all through the year. I wanted high quality, affordable pieces that I could mix and match and that were really versatile. And like I said, I keep going back to this point, high quality. I just wish that you could reach through the camera, take my strong hand and come feel this. It is unbelievably soft. What I also like about these pieces are they are quite light. They're good for layering. They also have some really great thicker sweaters as well. This particular one that I took with me to Scotland, this was one of my favorite pieces that I took to Scotland, okay? I could shove it in my suitcase and it wouldn't wrinkle. It was one of my quick and easy grab and go pieces that would not wrinkle. I wouldn't need to steam it. I wouldn't need to iron it. Obviously by the name you can tell Lily Silk is well known for their silk. They do incredible silk pieces, high quality silk. They also use a lot of their offcuts for things like eye mask scrunchies. If you're not sleeping with an eye mask or a silk pillowcase, the wools, the cashmeres, they're super soft without being itchy. I love a cardigan, and this one is so incredibly snuggly, so incredibly soft, and it's not itchy. This is what I love. This is what I need. I don't know if it's just something that I'm super like sensitive regarding, or I don't know if it's just the blends of some of these high quality designer brands. Like I will never forget, I bought a 4-figure cardigan like this, beautiful, but itchy as all hell. I cannot deal with itching. These do not itch. They're incredibly soft, incredibly good quality, refined, just universally basic pieces. Pieces that you can mix and match. Quality of the cashmere that Lily Silk use is on par with really big, well-known brands like Hermes, Chanel, Louis Vuitton, Max Mara, Giorgio Armani, Prada, Ralph Lauren. Quality of the cashmere is very much comparable with Laura Piani in my opinion. I have owned a variety of designer 4-figure priced sweaters. This quality is on par, but for a fraction of the price. I'm gonna have everything listed in the description, linked for you where I can. I also have a few discount codes for you. 15 Caitlin will get you 15% off everything, or get 20% off of orders over $500 with code 20Caitlin. As I am sure you saw from those last clips, these were my most worn bags in more of the winter cooler months. This one I also took to Scotland and Italy. I'm sure maybe you saw that if you saw me and you were around last year, but this was a bag that I actually purchased for my trip, which I know sounds really crazy and it's not really something I would do now, but again, this started to really switch my whole mindset because I was looking at, you know, this giant handbag collection that I had and realized that none of the bags that I had were durable, versatile, and I felt were appropriate to travel with. You know, I had all these expensive bags that I didn't want to travel around the globe with. This one was obviously quite expensive and not funnily, I mean, it is a bit funny, but also not. After I bought this, literally a week after they had a price increase. However, I still feel like YSL bags are definitely more affordable than other designer brands. The wrinkly aged leather, I personally find, does not show marks or wear as a scratches as much. You know, Scotland being Scotland, it was raining a lot. I mean, even in my city, it rained quite a lot this winter. The rain would just, you know, trickle right off of it. And I think I probably wore this one more on the like really, really wintry, wet kind of days as opposed to this one, just because it has that flap and, you know, all my things inside are protected. It was just a really great grab and go bag, something I didn't have to be scared to use or scared to get dirty or, you know, scared to be out in the elements in. Next up, we've got my Kate bag. I use this bag a lot. I used it a lot in the winter, but as you can see from the cutaways, I also wore it quite a lot in summer. I'm sure a lot of you know that I became a lot more wanting to be like toned down with my logos. And this Kate bag, again, you don't have to go out and spend like ridiculous money on a bag that looks like this, but the quality I find amazing. The leather is incredible. The things that I've spilt on this bag, okay, the things you would not believe, it's still in incredible condition. It's just like, you can literally pull anything out of it. It's wild. It's literally like the Mad Hatter's hat. Like the things that I've kept in this bag, stored in this bag, even in one of the cutaways, I think I'm showing you my dirty, gross Birkenstocks that have just been worn to death. And you know, I might find myself in summer going for a walk down the beach, chuck them in here. My cardigan, again, this one's from Lily Silk, I'm obsessed with it. Sometimes in the summer, sometimes in that springtime, it's warm during the day, but at night it gets quite cool and I need a cardigan, chuck it in here. Like this was like my go-to, just chuck everything in bag. It's just like the never-ending bag. It does have Kate made in Italy stamped just down here. I mean, you can hardly see it. Again, it's just a real low-key casual bag. And a lot of the bags I'm sharing with you today are quite more neutral colors, and I've also recognized this year that my outfits and my general style really, I don't even know if I'd say it became more casual. I think that I finally just became more comfortable with the fact that I love casual pieces. For instance, I really fell in love with cardigans this year. This year was the year of cardigans for me. Even in some of my videos, you may have noticed I'm obsessed with cardigans. And a lot of time I like to wear them like this. And I just need to clarify, I've had a few comments of people being like, oh, does it not fit you properly? No, they do. I just love, like, this is my favorite part of a woman's body. Okay, some people like to show their boobs. Some people like to show their waist. Some people like to show their legs. I mean, I'm partial to a leg show from time to time, but like this part of my body is my favorite. I love a décolletage. I love a shoulder moment. So this is my vibe. And cardigans, I've just become so much more obsessed with. I love the comfortable, leisurely, relaxed look of a cardigan. I used to live in leather jackets. I still own like a few leather jackets, but I just find the structured rigidness of leather jackets and just like blazers and things like that really like stifling. I feel a bit stifled in them. I don't know if it was COVID or what, maybe it's just me getting older, but I'm just so much more into comfort now. Comfort is key for me. And I mean, this is what this cardigan offers, along with all the other pieces I'm wearing throughout today's video. But yeah, I really just accepted the fact that I prefer neutrals. I prefer really casual, comfortable dressing. That is what I like. And I think for so long, I don't know if you feel like this or if you've ever felt like this, let me know in the comments down below. I always kind of felt like the way I dressed was not good enough. And I always felt like I was not enough for the designer fashion space, you know, like these pieces that you see on these runways and the pieces that you see on the fashion girlies that like look incredible. They look amazing, they pull them off. I always felt like I was striving for that, and I was striving for those looks that truly just aren't me. Like, I'm not someone who likes to really go all out there with my fashion. I like to be comfortable. I like to look casual. I like to look comfortable. I like to look put together, but not like all eyes on me type of thing. I don't like to dress super outlandish. I just love quality, comfort, classic pieces. And it just really is what also suits the vibe of where I live. I think I've really adapted to that, and I've really accepted the way that I dress is also my personality and what makes me feel good, but it's also how I feel good in my surroundings as well. The next bag, some of you may say, is slightly cheating because it's not really a bag, but I'm including it anyway. This is my Chanel wallet on chain, my Chanel walk. And as you may know, like this one I picked up in Italy in January, and I've been wearing it non-stop. And again, it's another black bag. But as you can see in a lot of the ways that I've styled it and have styled it throughout this year, it goes with so much. It's like my go-to evening bag, but funnily, it's also my go-to like grab and go errands bag. If I don't need a lot of stuff, which, you know, and if I'm not carrying this gigantic Mad Hatter bag, I'm carrying my wallet on chain. I like the way it sits on me crossbody. It kind of cinches in any of the baggy clothes that I have on, which I like to wear baggy clothes, but I also like to be slightly cinched, and I feel like that this does this. And it also just fits, you know, everything that I really need for a few hours if I'm ducking to the shops, ducking to the mall, ducking over a friend's house, you know, running to a small appointment or something like that. I actually am really happy with how much I wore this bag. Quality's been amazing. I've had no quality issues, and I did get the grained leather, which I also think will help to contribute to its longevity. Like I said, I'm not at all a fashionista. These are very basic, foolproof outfit combinations, and they're very comfortable for me and my lifestyle. Now we're moving into more of the summer months. My Chanel wallet on chain, I did wear quite a lot in the summer. This one I wore a ton through the warmer months, through my holidays, like my tropical vacations, and you know, I'm in December right now. I see myself wearing this for the rest of December, moving on to January and to February next year during the summertime. This is my YSL raffia bag. Top handle, wear it out to dinner. I wore it out to dinner multiple times, especially on my tropical vacations. It also does come with a shoulder strap that is not detachable, but you know, it is adjustable, and even though you can't detach it, you can just like tuck it in there, which is really great. I tend to wear it more as a crossbody bag. I do love, and I am quite partial to a crossbody bag. It does have a few scratches on it, but the leather is mainly at the back and nobody can really see that. And I honestly don't mind if my bags are scratched. I look at them as, wow, I'm getting the word out of them. That's amazing. YSL bags, like I mentioned, are really not as expensive as maybe your Louis Vuitton, your Dior, your Chanel. And what you also may notice if you've been here for quite some time about the bags, none of them, except for the one Chanel, are ones that I bought this year. Like almost all of these outfit combinations are pieces that I have owned and see myself owning for years. And this is what I'm kind of would like to get across with you, and it's my new philosophy. And you know, let me know in the comments down below if you feel the same way. But I think there's this idea in fashion, and I see it all the time, and I used to be part of it. I used to be part of the problem, where it's like my best purchases, my most worn purchases. I now see myself wanting to be and wanting to own pieces that are my forever pieces for years, you know, like most of my best worn pieces in my mind are pieces that I see myself wearing for years. And to me, they really stand the test of time as being best purchases if you literally have worn them and owned them for years, which is, for me, what a lot of these pieces are. A separate rant that I wanted to go on, following on from my fashion philosophy. Like I said, you're getting more than just handbags. Watch me rant. Watch me word vomit at you. I did try to go on a bit of a jean hunt this year, and I just found myself circling back to where I feel the most comfortable. I was fighting the love that I have for skinny jeans for the last few years, and I think it's also just been pushed on me by the fashion industry and by, you know, influencers and trend forecasters that if you're wearing skinny jeans, you're so millennial, first of all, like I'm a millennial, yes. But also you're so out of fashion, like you're not on trend, you're looking old. You're looking old and tired. And I just want to say, I went on this whole jean hunt and I just circled back to where I fit and what I love most, which is my skinny jeans. Skinny jeans are personally what I feel great in, what I feel suit my body, and what feel like flatter my body. I love a high-waisted skinny jean. I find them very flattering. And I've now given up, that sounds like bad, but I've just accepted that I love skinny jeans. These particular ones that you've probably seen throughout the cutaways are by Miss 60. They're a lot warmer and they're well lined. They're very comfortable, they're very stretchy. Excuse the excessive dancing in the cutaways. Sorry. My last bag that I have to share with you that surprisingly is not black. Shocker. This one is my Chanel Deauville tote, and it again is quite a large tote. You may know I did say, you know, I've gone off logos quite a bit this year. This is probably one of the exceptions to that. I really love the coloring. I love, like I said, it's a very beach style bag. Don't wear it down the beach personally, but it very much fits the vibe of my lifestyle in my city. And if I'm not wearing a small bag, I'm wearing my big tote. This one I picked up secondhand, so it was a little bit, it sounds almost laughable to say cheaper, but it was a little bit cheaper than, you know, like I have a friend who bought a Chanel Deauville tote this year. It cost her, I think, 9 grand. I was like, my God, 9 grand for canvas. I mean, it was a beautiful bag, but my God. That is insane. Oh, the prices are insane. One thing I feel the need to say about a lot of these bags and all these outfits is my wardrobe is now very much interchangeable. All these outfits you've seen today can pretty much mix and match. And I mean, these tanks, my God, this one, oh, I have them in a variety of colors. Like this with my denim shorts, I wear it so much. I wear these tanks so much, especially in the hot depths of summer when I just cannot be bothered and I'm sweating like an animal. Tanks, so many different tanks, I love them. Yeah, this bag, I mean, one thing I want to say about this bag, or just any designer bag in general that is not leather, this is a bit of a story time for you. Don't ever take this bag on a plane. I did once, and I thought, never again, never again. Let me know if you've experienced anything like this or anything as annoying. I was sitting next to a man, and I have this theory, I was fuming. I have this theory that if you are unable to control yourself on a plane, if you are unable to sleep with an open beverage, sorry, you don't deserve an open beverage. I was sitting next to this man and he had a can of Coke and he had a glass and he'd poured the Coke into the glass and he fell asleep, right? He fell asleep in his chair. Mid-sleep, literally. Knocked the Coke all over me, all over the seat, all over the floor, droplets on my bag. Oh, I know it was an accident. I'm not a crazy handbag lady anymore, but can we all acknowledge that I just think any of us would really be annoyed. Like if you spilt something on my $4,000 or $5,000, I mean, even if it wasn't $4,000 or $5,000, like, just not a good feeling, is it? Like if looks could kill, oh, that man would have been obliterated. And because I was in the middle seat, right, he's just standing there like looking at me and he's like, I'm so sorry. I'm like, yeah, it's okay, like, but I need you to go get napkins. Like he's just sitting there. I'm like, I can't go get napkins. I'm covered in Coke. My bag is covered in Coke. The floor is lava, aka Coke. I cannot get out of my seat. You need to be the one to get up and go get the napkins. Run, sir, run to the napkins. And off he ran, and I tell you, if looks could kill. And this is the difference, I think, between men and women, but also just various personalities. If I did that, oh my God, I would be apologizing profusely. He gave me one apology, which granted to most people that's enough, but like I am just like, oh my God, I would feel so horrible. I would just be profusely apologizing. I would be distraught, probably to the point where I'd feel so bad. I'd be so annoyed at myself that I wouldn't be able to sleep. What do you think? 5 minutes later, what does he do? Falls back asleep. Keep in mind, the Coke also got on him, so he's literally just asleep in his own like pants stained in Coke. And I'm like, how? Like how? Imagine. I sometimes wish I had a brain like that. Like imagine just knowing that you could spill almost an entire can of Coke, an entire glass of Coke on someone, on their bag and all over you, and that just wouldn't like eat you up inside. Like if that was me, I'd be like, oh my God, like don't even breathe loudly, okay? The rest of this 2-hour flight, I am not moving. No, I will not move. I will just sit here. Very quietly. I will not do anything. What did he do 5 minutes later? Unbelievable, truly unbelievable. Anyway, that was the longest run of all time, but yeah, just obviously, you know, take your bags wherever you want. Like, you can't be out here babying things, but some of these people don't be knowing how to act. They don't know how to act. Share with me literally the worst thing that's ever happened to you on a plane with a person sitting next to you. These are the things that happen when you sit next to people on planes. I really hope you enjoyed this video, whether you love your handbags or whether you don't and you've joined me in the last year. I hope that maybe some of these outfit combinations has provided some inspiration for you, for your wardrobe, for some really good, high quality, wearable pieces that I vouch for that could be worn for years. I really hope you enjoyed this video today. And again, thank you so much to Lily Silk. I will have all of those pieces listed in the description along with my 2 discount codes for 15% off and 20% off. Thank you so much for joining me in today's video. I really hope you enjoyed it. I really hope that you enjoyed this full circle moment. And I'd love to hear your thoughts on this in the comments down below. And yeah, I mean, I feel the need to say again, I hope that this kind of scratched any itches, because I know I've got a lot of requests for like handbag collections, which I know I'm not doing videos like that anymore. Just not for me. I hope you enjoyed today's video. I can't wait to read your comments. I'm gonna have another few right here for you if you want to check them out. Feel free. Thank you so much for joining me in today's video, and I will see you in my next one.